go.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Only 5% of America has went outside camping in a time, or according to Google. But I like camping. I like hiking. Gone to the Boundary Waters dozens of times. Slept outside hundreds. Today, I just wanted to show you a proper and efficient way to set up your tent so that the ground is prepared so you're not wrecking the bottom of it. You can set it up quickly and give it set up so no water or critters or anything get up. So with the first part, we start with the, people call it a tarp or a ground barrier. It's kind of just like a thick waterproof material that you lay on the ground and then stick down nice and tight. Before you put it down, you have to remove any rocks or branches or anything. So it sits in the back. So once you get that set down, you can grab 4 more stakes. This is when we get onto the actual part of it. You just want to stake the main part of your tent. So right over. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want the main part. The water seeping to the bottom or anything like that. A lot of your tent is connected. You lay down on it and kind of roll it. The ground will be abrasive. Like a hole. When you're putting it down, on some places, you just want to tweak it, twist it through, get it through a couple times, keep it nice and tight. Then you put it through the eye hole, and you have it put facing away. That way it'll hold the rope together. You just want to hold it tight and stick down as far as you can. And then you can kind of see the hook will pinch the rope in the ground. So now we have it all staked down and it's not going. Now we can move on to the next part, which is the poles. They are made out of a flexible metal, and they feed a kind of stretchy rope to it, so that it'll spring back with you. For these, you start with one side, and then kind of bend it over to the back of the side. Get done, one done, just kind of lay it over, make sure it will come up, then you can grab the next one. So as you're doing this, I'll give you a couple fun facts about tents. Tents were most likely invented about 40,000 years ago when nomadic tribes would use them so they could keep moving around, and they would just temporarily set them up, sleep in them in the morning. In the morning they would take them down, put them in their backpacks, and then move to the next spot in the life. So now that you have your full setup, next part you want to do is you'll take these hooks that are suspended from the tent, and they just hook right on. There's some styles of tents where it won't be like a hook, it'll be more of like a sleeve. I prefer the hooks because when it's getting windy out, it'll kind of act as like suspension, and it won't blow the inside of your tent away. It also keeps a good amount of area between your rain cover and the main part of your tent. You'll win in the rain, but it'll keep the outside of your tent more dry. On, you can slide them back and forth a bit, make sure they're centered and like it's not going to slide around. And then you can start working on the other side. Another fun fact, lots of groups across the world use tents or tent-style shelters. The Native Americans use teepees, which is more triangular and stands up higher. Romans use a more traditional like A-frame style tent, which looks more like an egg. And Mongolians use a tent that's called a fort. It's kind of like a rounder one, you have the main frame set up, you have to add in the support rocks, and you'll keep it opened up wider. So you have more room inside and you're not running with it. This is a bit tough to do that. Kind of put that in the front. And once you get both sides up, you can move on to applying the rain cover. And the rain cover is a lot like the ground cover, where it's a thick, waterproof, and durable layer. I didn't bring it out here today because it takes a bit longer to set up. It takes a lot more stakes, and it's very repetitive, but it's pretty much the same as the ground. You throw it over the top, it'll hook onto the poles, and then you just pull it as tight as you can, and it kind of just reaches over and it'll keep it dry. But that's pretty much it for the 3 parts of the tent. Like once you're inside, also one more tip. When you're moving in and out, you always want to make sure you zip it up behind you, because otherwise bugs or squirrels or critters will get inside. And especially like squirrels or mice or something like that, love to get inside your tent. Because a lot of times campers will store their food inside, they'll have their sleeping bag and their clothes inside, and they'll rip apart your sleeping bag and use little bits to make a nest. But I hope you kind of learn what the 3 parts of setting up your tent are, how to properly prepare the ground to make sure the bottom of your tent won't get ruined, how to properly set up the main frame of it, and then how to put on the rain cover to prevent the top and sides from getting